Welcome back everyone to another video. My name is Fabio. So for the past few months, I've been trying to learn how to use the master controllers in Toonboom Harmony Premium. If used right, these can really help not only speed up your workflow, but also give you better quality cutout animation. I finally got around to making a very simple character rig for you guys to use in your animations. So for this video, I just wanted to walk through the rig and show you how it's made, where you can find the controllers, how to use them, how to import the rig into your scenes, things like that, to kind of make it a little easier once you download it. You can get right into animating and you don't have to worry about any of this technical stuff. Once you download the file and unzip the file, choose where to save it on your computer, and now you can open up Toonboom. So I just have a new file here, and I chose to save everything in my desktop folder. So I go to my library and find this, what it says, Stickman Finish Rig. That's what it's going to be called. And I'll drag it from my library into my stage. If you see, it shows up right in the middle. And then if we go to our node view, the Stickman is connected to my composite. We can select, right, all the legs, the feet. Each leg also has a deformer that you can use. You can select the arms as well. The arms are just one piece and they have a deformer that you can move just like this. The hands also have a bunch of different hand drawings, so you can just substitute or make your own. The body can bend like this, and it also has a deformer around the whole body. You can bend it as much as you want with these deformers. The head, the eyebrows, right? They can cover the eyes to get some nice angry expressions. The mouth has a bunch of different shapes as well. And it also has like teeth and a tongue, so you can do full lip sync if you want to. Okay, so that's on the outside, but let's go right into the node view and actually see the nodes of this rig, because this is where you're going to be working most of the time. All the nodes are in something that's called a group. So all this is just a container where all the nodes are together to keep them organized. So we just go in here to this arrow and click it. Now we're inside the group. So everything up here, these are just all the nodes. They're all grouped together with backdrops and they're labeled, right? So you don't really need to worry about what's up here too much. Most of the time you're going to be spending in this pink box, which is the actual master controllers. Let's go in and see how those work. This rig has a total of 4 controllers. So we have one controller that controls the pupils, one that controls the head direction, one that controls the body movement up and down, and one that controls the torso movement. So in order to see these controllers, you got to be in the node view, click it where it says head controller, and then go to your stage view and press this little orange thing here. So click it, and then this controller shows up with this red dot. Now we can drag it around, and you see how the head moves with the point. Right, so this is super useful when you're actually animating. Okay, so this is the head controller that controls the head. If we choose the body controller now, we'll click that in our node view, and then you need to press the orange thing again. Now the body controller shows up. Right, see how the body's moving with our point? You can kind of make him like squat down, jump up. Okay, let's take a look at the eye controller. Right, the pupils can move as well. Right, pretty fun. And then our upper body controller is where we can move the upper body around just like this. Right, so we can get some nice dynamic bending of the upper body. We can move the head and the eyes to get some really cool poses. Last thing too, if you want to move these actual controllers, I have what's called our little handles. So these little green things, I just have them to move these boxes if I want to change their position. They won't show up in the render, they just show up in the camera view. So here's where we're gonna need the timeline. So if you go down here, just press this plus button. You'll find like the body master. I like to keep everything closed. It just makes it easier. So do your animation on the body master peg or on the upper and lower body pegs. So if you notice, I already have some keyframes on the timeline, right? All these are positions that I use to create our master controller. So you don't really need them to animate, but just don't delete them either. So if you're gonna animate, just go to the beginning, press the plus key, and plus everything to the end of the timeline. Just plus it all to the end. It's still there, but we don't have to worry about it anymore. So now we just animate kind of like manual. So I'll keyframe a position. I'll maybe move him, I'll squash him down like this. Maybe move the upper body. Maybe we'll have him look down and we'll tilt his head down. Right, so everything is keyed. So maybe on frame 10, we'll do another keyframe. And now we can kind of move our body up. Maybe we'll have him straighten back like this. Eyes up, head up like that. So if you see, the controllers are kind of like a rough posing guide, right? There's still a lot of imperfections when you use them, and then you have to go in and adjust rig to clean it up, basically. So now we have two keyframes, right? Going forward and back. And just like if we do a tween, see how things will tween nicely like this. And let's say the controllers disappear again on you. Just go back to your node view, click the controller you want, press the orange key, and it should be back to its position. If you can see, it really does speed up your workflow, because if I wasn't using these controllers, for example, say I wanted to bend him lower, I would have to select each part individually, move him down, right? Move each part individually, and it won't even look as good, and it will take like twice as long. I love using these controllers. They really take away a lot of the headaches of animating with character rigs. So hopefully this does help a lot. Just to note, this was kind of my first time using the master controller, so you may run into a few problems while you're animating with it. So I want to cover those problems now so you kind of know it's not a big deal and how to deal with them. The first problem you might notice is the naming of some of these nodes. And this kind of was just my fault. I didn't really consider this until the end. Usually, the front and back eyes will be named front and back in your node view. However, I kind of accidentally just named them all front eyes, front brow, front ear, right? So if you're getting kind of confused, just click the eye that you want, go to your node view and press O, and it zooms in to whatever you're selected. So say I want the other eye, press O, now I'm on the thing that I want. Try not to search for it in the node view, just go to your camera view and press O to zoom in where you want to go. The next problem I found was if you have him lowered like this on the full body controller, and then you go to move his upper body, it kind of jumps back up to its original position. I don't really know why that happens. I think it's just because that's the position that was fed in to the master controller. But all you need to do is just select the upper body and drag it down like this. Right? It can get a little bit annoying because when I move it again, it jumps back up. So just keep that in mind. If the body is squatted down, your controller might mess things up just a little bit, but you can always go in and tweak the pose to get it to work. And that's pretty much it, guys, for this Stickman rig. This should give you a good foundation to start animating with this rig without too many headaches, right? So if you want to try this out, you can download the rig on my Gumroad. So I have a link in the description, just click that, download this rig, it's free. and I look forward to seeing what you guys can come up with. So thanks for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next video. Happy animating!